In the midst of Grenada's first major COVID-19 outbreak, which started in late August 2021, Grenadians both locally and in the diaspora were called upon to be part of 2 days of national prayer to ask God's hand in the nation's recovery as it grappled with the devastating effects of the virus. The National Days of Prayer were held virtually on September 25th and 26th, less than 1 week after Grenada recorded its highest number of active cases to date, 2,675. The prayer days were held under the theme, A Call to Return to God. According to one religious leader, those prayers were heard, and by way of miracle, Grenada recovered from the outbreak.
And the government asked the churches to pray. The churches prayed, the churches agreed. It was not just evangelical churches, but churches on a whole that came together on that particular weekend and prayed and asked God to intervene. And I would say immediately there was something that came into our nation, the strength of God, the grace of God.
Pastor Ricardo Aline of the Lutheran Revival Center Church said Grenadians ought to be thankful for the intervention of God in their time of need.
Be very careful that after God has been so good to us, that we then go and live anyhow. I also want to speak very strongly that our response to God's goodness should be that we should say thanks to God, not only verbally, but physically, spiritually, emotionally.
Pastor Aline said while he doesn't wish to discredit medical professionals, he doesn't attribute the turnaround of Grenada's COVID crisis to their intervention alone.
Am I saying that the doctors and the medical fraternity and practitioners and the frontline workers didn't have something to do with it? Of course, they all had a part to play. But there is no way that we can say is because of the medical practitioners and Minister of Health and Ministry of Health that caused this. Because in the islands right around us, they even have better facilities, isolation centers, and yet they're having still so many different deaths taking place. What happened in Grenada? What happened? A miracle, an absolute miracle.
As of Monday, Grenada's active COVID cases stood at 138. Total confirmed cases as of Tuesday night is 13,960.